Four candidates are vying for the Bakersfield City Council's Ward 6 seats. There are no runoffs in these city council elections, meaning one candidate could win the seat with as little as 25% plus one for the vote. If that doesn't seem right to you, you've got the sympathy of advocates for a different approach to elections. 17's Robert Price gives you a look at ranked choice voting.
If you've been voting long enough, this has probably happened to you. Not only did your preferred candidate do miserably, your least favorite candidate was the winner. That happened to supporters of third-party candidate Ross Perot in 1992. He played spoiler, allowing Democrat Bill Clinton to beat incumbent Republican President George H.W. Bush with just 43% of the vote to Bush's 37% and Perot's 19%. But what if those Perot voters could have selected a second favorite? Maybe Clinton still would have won, and maybe not. That's precisely the system that's in place in several U.S. cities and now one state, Maine, at the northern tip of New England. Advocates of ranked choice voting say it's a fairer way to decide an election, forces candidates to reach out beyond their likely constituencies, discourages negative campaigning, and eliminates the need for expensive runoff elections.
So ranked choice voting is a very simple way to change elections to make them more representative. The way it works is that voters, instead of only picking one, they're giving a ballot that allows them to rank candidates in order of preference, first, second, third, fourth, and so on. And it eliminates the need to have a runoff election because you can achieve 50% plus one majority in one election instead of two.
That system, had it been in place everywhere, might have changed the look of your presidential ballot. Joe Biden might still have been the Democratic nominee, but over the course of the first 20 primaries through Super Tuesday, March 3rd, he went over 50% only twice. After Super Tuesday, several rivals dropped out, and then, with the field substantially narrowed, he started picking up majority victories. The same can be said for Donald Trump in the 2016 Republican primaries, and said more emphatically. Trump was below 50% in 37 straight primaries before he finally won a majority in the Alabama primary on April 19th, a week before he became the presumptive nominee. Only then did he start scoring majority victories. But had ranked choice voting been in place, especially early on when Trump was scoring in the 30 to 35% range or lower, might the eventual nominee have been Ted Cruz, John Kasich, Marco Rubio? Bakersfield might have had a different mayor, too. The 2016 mayoral race had 25 candidates, and none got 50% plus one in the June primary. In fact, none got even a third of the vote, although two got close. Karen Goh with 33.03 and Kyle Carter with 31.8. Over a third of the voters chose someone else. What if we knew their second choice? Instead, we had a November runoff, and Goh beat Carter by 5 points. Fairvote.org is trying to put ranked choice voting in place everywhere in the U.S., which would join Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and several other English-speaking countries in the practice. But sorry, unless you're registered to vote in Maine, you'll be voting the same way as always. One choice per race. In Bakersfield, Robert Price, 17 News.